Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Her. Today I had almost $1,600 in realized losses. And if there's one thing on this channel that I always wanted to do was be real with you, be real with you when I win, be real with you when I lose. And this is just, part of the process. Sometimes you make bad trades, and the two stocks that I lost on, Square and Lululemon. And if anybody has been following me for the last couple weeks or 3 weeks, I've been in on these trades. That they have been a thorn in my side, and I've been working it through. So thankfully, I've already recovered all the loss over the last couple weeks. Bad news is Lululemon and Square just couldn't come to fruition, and sometimes you lose money. And these were two scenarios, like the Square and Lulu. These were two. I bought naked calls on them, and where I'm making the most money right now is selling premium. So, sometimes you have the right idea. I think on Square and Lululemon, I was just kind of too early to the process. And, like if you look at Square, I was in this trade, today, this one booked 790 in losses right here. I put this on January 15th. So, I've been holding this for 10 days. Lululemon was holding a bit longer. I've been in this since January 12th. Lost $1,100 on this, and if you're looking at it, it's just every day. Square gaps up, sells off every day. And now, it's probably going to bottom out here, but at this point, I didn't want to have any more loss. The expiration was coming up, and I didn't really. We're kind of out of options here. It tapped under the 50-day. Now, normally, I should have been more patient. I think for Square, I was a little bit too early to this. I should have been more patient. Instead of buying up at the 230s, should have waited till it come. As you can see here, it tested down, and it tested the 50-day moving average today, bounced right above the 50-day moving average. This is a typical move for me. I didn't, and I got in too early. Same for Lululemon. Lululemon is now under the 50-day moving average. It looks like it wants to go lower. I think I got in too early as well. So, you win some and you lose some, okay? So if you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Today was a tricky day in the market. First off, though, one thing I do want to announce is that we did last night. This is the third week that the UVH Academy has been open. We did launch the private Discord, where I'm going to be posting all my trade ideas, the impact report. Also, you're going to get unusual option activity for block sweeps, large order, smart money. Kind of going through here, as you can see here, like for GME, you can see what orders were happening today on GME. GME, a lot of put orders coming in at the end of the day here, and we did into power hour. There was some calls, but as you can see here, it was kind of a mixture. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised on GME. I'm going to cover GME here in a second. How many call orders there were? There were some put orders here, but there was a lot. There was actually a lot of call orders. If you look, as I'm scrolling through here, the green is calls, red is puts. So, we launched that because the thing about the private Discord, I didn't want to launch a community. I wanted to launch a community with tools. We already have an amazing community that you can connect with other traders for free, but in the private Discords for people that want that extra bit of help, they have questions, maybe you're a beginner, and maybe you want that data. It's all in there. So, that's the reason why we launched it. But starting off this week, today, Monday, was a little bit of a rocky week. Kind of looking at what I'm looking at this week. And we do have the Fed is going to be coming out with their rate announcement on Wednesday. That is going to be at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So keep in mind, Fed. The Fed and Powell are coming out on Wednesday. So Jerome Powell conference and the Fed, they're not expected to change rates, but just know that Wednesday that is happening. And then going into this week, You know, there was nothing today or tonight, but starting tomorrow morning, we're going to be having Johnson & Johnson, Verizon, GE, American Express, and then tomorrow after hours, AMD, Microsoft, and Starbucks. So we're into the thick of earnings season. Just be mindful. Things are going to be a little rocky. And as you can see here today, the market went down on news this morning that it's going to take more time. I mean, this, SPY, if anyone was trading SPY, this is the 15-minute chart here. I mean, this thing cratered from 284 all the way down to 378. And the reason for that is because Biden said that the stimulus bill could take a little bit of time, take a couple of weeks. They're having some resistance. They're in negotiations right now with the $1.9 trillion coronavirus stimulus plan. So the market didn't like that, but it was a buy the dip situation. Also, there was a buy the dip situation on EV. So EV, Biden did announce today that the government fleet is going to be EV. And on that news, stocks like Workhorse exploded here right into power hour. I did have a position on Workhorse today. It was actually part of the UVH Academy trade. It is closed it out for a 40% profit, I think, on this right here. I was selling the 20 strike put. I bought the 14 put, so it was super wide vertical credit put spread. Got a $1.24 credit, bought it back for 73 cents, and just rinse and repeat. Right now, the UVH Academy is 4 for 4 in the trade ideas, up over $300 in the month of January in profit. So just kind of showing traders that slow and low, you can make consistent money, and you can scale it up, scale it down, wherever you want. Some people can make $300, some people make $3,000. It's really up to you what you want to do with it. But right now, like, the trade ideas are geared towards newer traders, and that's exactly kind of what I'm doing here with that. Just showing you can be consistent with small amounts and make big percentages. Focus on the percentages, and you're gonna be okay no matter what account size that you're in. Now, GME, I mean, I got into a little bit of situation. I did, as you can see here, I did make $100 on GME, and honestly, I would say it was probably the most stressful $100 I've ever made in GME. I mean, GME was insane today. As you can see here, I shorted a naked call at the 115 strike for $19, bought it back at $18. And, I mean, that's definitely, I definitely don't recommend that for traders, because it's bouncing all over the place. As you can see today, I mean, pre-market, GME was squeezing up to the 130s, almost 140. Then intraday hit 159, had multiple halts today, which we were talking about. GME had multiple halts. There's a lot of short covering. I mean, there is a battle. Wall Street Bets is just laying in thick. Now, I don't know if this is legal, illegal, or whatever the case is. This is a byproduct of what's happening. But the way that I'm looking at it, this is just a penny stock. It's reacting just like a penny stock. Most likely going to dump, but could it go higher? Absolutely. As we can see today, I mean, it nearly doubled and then fell 50%. Right, when 159 came all the way down to even 60, the 60 area, he tested it and kind of bounced it. So I put that trade on at 11:52 a.m. So I bought it. I put that trade on right in here, and it ripped down a little bit, but thankfully I closed out, because that one I got it for $19 credit going into the 115. Right now that closed at like 19. But as you can see here, let me just copy this. I mean, this put was all over the place today. Let me show you the 5-minute chart of this put. I mean, this put it opened today at around, this call was shorting a call. I'm at the 115 call. It opened around like $23. Went as high as $86, came crashing down to 13. I shorted right at 11:52. So I shorted right here. So which not ideal, not good entry, not a good entry. I honestly thought it was going to go back down to 60. GME came up to this 85, 80 area right down here. I tried to short into it. It was just moving so fast. I mean, let me know if you traded Gamestop today. Let me know what you did. Did you make money? Did you lose money? Thankfully, I came out with $100. But I mean, I was short in premium here. It was undefined risk. I didn't want to hold it. And the one thing that I will notice, like, if you look at Thinkorswim, I was in March expiration, not February. March expiration closed up a little bit above my strike, but if we're pulling down all the strikes, like Thinkorswim, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but on Thinkorswim, they went up to the 150 strikes. But if I pull up Tastyworks on GameStop, Tastyworks for March and February and all the expirations, I have all the strikes here. It only went up to 115. So that didn't give me a lot of options to play defense. If this trade went wrong, I was gonna have a problem. But right now we're still in a massive short squeeze for GameStop. So if you're trading this, be very, very careful. I mean, there was a lot of traders I saw like on Reddit and Twitter and everything like, oh yeah, I loaded up at 100, 120, loaded up at 90, and right now, it closed at 76. It's going up a little bit after hours, but we don't know what's gonna happen. Is GameStop gonna have an offering at these prices to raise cash? I don't know. Is it gonna take the price? I mean, right now there's a lot of speculation, implied volatility off the chain. I mean, if you're looking in February expiration, 353%, March 300%. So that is why I am trying to sell some premium in here, but I do not, hopefully tomorrow, there's more strikes on Tastyworks. I'm only trading on Tastyworks right now. I am using Thinkorswim for charting, but you want to be careful in here. I mean, it's going to be very violent. It's going to be dicey. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, people are getting ripped apart. So if you don't know what you're doing, stay out. Just stay out. If you're uncomfortable, get out. I mean, today it was a little bit uncomfortable, I will admit. I mean, I haven't traded a stock like GameStop in years, and honestly, I didn't really like the way it made me feel. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get in this again, but if I do, I'm going to try to sell some far out of the money premium. Try to collect this 300% implied volatility. Even if it flattens out, implied volatility should go down. We should be able to make a bag. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars here. I'm not trying to Wall Street bets it. That's all I'm trying to do is just sell some premium. Today, I also sold some premium in DKNG. I sold the 45 strike on the dip. Now, DKNG, what I liked about this, I was looking at, as you guys know, on Sunday night, I dropped a video. Do I want to go into Penn? Do I want to do DKNG? And I went with DKNG. And the reason why for that, I sold the 45 strike, which is support. It's below the 50-day. It did bounce below, went to 49 today, did bounce below the 50-day moving average today. Bounce back up, and I'm just looking for a kind of slow grind heading up into earnings, which is February 12th. As you can see here, I'm in the February 19th expiration. I'm hoping for a push up to the 55 area on DraftKings. So right now, I am in this short naked put at 45. Expected move right now is $7, so I am still within the expected move, but we get a little push up, should be good. Space, I bought back my naked puts on Space. As you can see here, I had two of the short naked puts, 27. I got a $1.24 credit, made over 60% of profit here, bought them back for 48 cents here. So Space was ripping. And even at, I mean, this thing actually Space got halted today due to volatility. When the market was coming down, this thing topped out at 38.39, came all the way down to 32 before bouncing. I sold at 907. So I sold this rip. I sold it right in here. It was perfect. But I mean, I definitely wish I got in on the dip and reloaded, honestly. But at this point in time, like, the market was moving at a wicked speed. Some of these stocks were just going, I mean, they were just tanking, so it was kind of scary. I'm in Disney as well. I'm playing the Disney run up. Now that position's down a little bit right now. I'm down 6%. I'm in a naked February 19th 170 call. Disney actually held up pretty nice today. It dropped all the way down to 168, got bought up real quick here. And as you can see here, earnings are coming up. So I'm looking for a pop back up to like the 178. I mean, hopefully it can run up to 180, but I think 177, 178 is a realistic target for me for Disney. So, I mean, my portfolio is pretty much under control. Yes, I had losses in Lulu and Square, but I'm just staying fluid. I'm making money. As you can see here, I'm taking my gains every single day. I mean, if you go into the Discord or you're on part of the Facebook group, you can see here every day what my P&L is. you know, and kind of get a feel for how I've been trading and keeping a diary. I definitely suggest, if you're trading, track your trades, track your journal, and journal down your P&L every single day. It's definitely going to help you in the long term. So if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.